My name is Jose Barrera. I live at 200 Southwest 3rd Street, Boca Raton. My proposal is for the park on the Wildflower property. As I mentioned, my name is Jose Barrera. I'm a recent FAU architecture graduate. I was born in Havana, Cuba, in 1987. Moved to Miami in 95 and moved to Boca in 98. Been here ever since. I have a twin brother, Jesus Barrera. He's a Boca firefighter. If you see him, let him know that he did a good job tonight. This is us in the Fire Explorer program.
Gee, you guys look a lot alike. Yeah.
I'm the one on the right. These are my parents, and my mother, Ava, works as a dental professor at Nova, and my father owns Boca Produce. It's a restaurant supply business. However, I'm proposing a park because it's what I want. I want to go there. It's something that I can afford, and I think it's the right thing to do. And you actually want a waterfront park also. You just don't know it yet. By the end of this presentation, you will be convinced. A little bit about the history of the site. It was a plantation, a 30-acre plantation named Palmetto Park Plantation. That's where the Palmetto Park Road got its name. Mr. Harley Gates lived in a house there in the 1970s until it was demolished to make way for the Wildflower restaurant, which was also subsequently demolished. This is an aerial image of the site. This is the Palmetto Park Bridge looking north, and the Wildflower is right on the waterfront there next to the bridge, and this is how it looked in 2009. What I've done is a study of the Palmetto corridor, and on top of the screen we see the parks highlighted along Palmetto, right in the downtown area, all the way to the canal to the west, and to South Beach Pavilion to your right. The red arrow is where the site is located, right on the intercoastal. I've also highlighted in blue P's for public parking possibilities in Meisner Park, where you can take a shuttle over to the site. And then it becomes a downtown experience, not just you come there and you park. Let's say there's a restaurant there, you're going to sit inside 30, 45 minutes, then you're going to leave. You're not going to go to the rest of the businesses in the area. You're not going to walk around. You're not going to spend any money. By putting a park where people will come, get out of their house, have an experience, that's where your revenue will come. Here you can see the pink east to west is a zoom of the previous image, and the red dots indicate the existing restaurants only. That's not to mention all the existing businesses. These are only the restaurants, and just on this screen alone there's 20. So there's more smaller ones that have not been indicated. So by putting a restaurant on the site, you're not only taking away from the existing businesses, but you're also only making money on this one property. By putting a park where the people will come and create a gateway to the downtown, you will be increasing revenue for the local business, and you're getting people to populate the downtown area, which is what we ultimately want. So as I mentioned, the P is of parking. What I've noted here is the parking garage just adjacent to the Five Palms high-rise residential building, and it is currently underutilized. They've noted that there's 2 spaces per unit assigned, and they are also attached to the townhouses along the Boca Raton Road to the north. I think it would be a wise decision to have an agreement where it could be also used for public parking for visitors, perhaps metered and as a source of revenue, but it's right across the street from the park on 5th, which is not a high traffic road. So it's very convenient. You don't need to put paved area on the site and leave a footprint, a long-lasting footprint. The idea is to create something that is environmentally friendly and enjoyable for everyone. So what are the side access points? Traditionally, the issue has been accessibility to the site because there's only a driveway on 5th, and then Palmetto is a high-speed road, so it's inconvenient to pull in or out of this entrance point. Also noting that the sites connect to the Silver Palm Park under the bridge. Side access, you can introduce a trolley bus from Meisner Park all the way through downtown. You can make it something more traditional, something more fun. Also a water taxi. Why not include Boca Raton Resort, who already has a water taxi to their beach property? Why not have a water taxi from Lake Boca to the site? And that way you don't need to create a docking issue. Because as it is, there's buried cables under the bridge where you will not be able to dock. Additionally, the current is very strong to the north of the bridge, so it's also very dangerous to dock. Putting a restaurant there, you're not going to be able to drive your boat to the restaurant and have dinner. So by putting a park, this creates a public access by water also. You can do the duck tours and use the existing boat launch, so you don't need to dock at all. And this could be also the trolley bus, and it floats. This is an urban beach in Malmö, Sweden. This picture was taken by me, and it's very friendly. The idea is it's on the water. You can come here, you can read a book, you can sunbathe, you can walk your dog, you can do whatever you want free of charge any time of the year. If you're a college student, if you're in a wheelchair, if you need a hearing aid, if anything, you can come here. This was the idea for the urban beach. You can also, in this particular location, it's an open water area, so you can actually jump in the water, and it's very normal to do that here. So it's just a different way of thinking. This is all the same promenade. Different opportunities, instead of just having a regular park bench, why not have something that swings, something more fun? These are all different options. You can read a book while you watch your grandson, your nephew, do whatever they're doing, looking at ants. The main feature of the park is a water feature. It's an animated fountain that will shoot water jets. It's synchronized to music and lights, so it becomes free entertainment, very little cost, which will be seen from the top of the Boca Resort, looking onto the site. So you don't have the ugly rooftop as you go over the bridge, or when you're looking at it from the Five Palms, you will see this fun centerpiece. And these are just different examples of what it can be. And these are all very normal situations in other parts of the world. So why not? Why can't it be in our city where we can attract people from everywhere, not just the residents? This is where the money is going to come, not from a single establishment. It's going to support the existing businesses. This is in the Bellagio. It's very extravagant, very large scale, but it's just an idea. It doesn't have to be a stationary water jet. It can move around. You can create something very interesting with lights and the mist. So here I've collected some quotes. The Wildflower closed 10 years ago, and other businesses that opened in this place had limited success. We talked about some of those reasons today. Also from our mayor, it will create a wonderful public space on the intercoastal within the downtown. So we're talking about a public space, not a place where it won't be accessible to the college student or the medium family, or you're going to come with your kids and then you're going to go home and play video games. This is a place where you're going to get away from that at no charge. And what's it going to cost to put in landscaping? I'm sure there's many people, even here today possibly, that would like to donate something for this idea. And it can be a very low-risk project, low-investment project. That's not going to leave a footprint, that's going to attract everybody and anybody, even if it's snowing or raining or thundering or whatever we have down here. So in the end,
Today we almost had a tornado, so we're...
I did hear about that. My friend was going to ride the tri-rail, and I told him he was excused because he would then have to ride his bicycle here. So in the end, this specific land, not a building that can go in Miami or Houston or California or France, this specific piece of land is for us to develop, and we have the possibility to make that decision. So it's up to us to be responsible about the future of the downtown. Any questions?
Any questions at this point? If not, thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you.